Welcome back to TGR News.
Hello, hello.
Biden is pressuring us to make a two-state solution, and the IDF was able to make a rescue mission in Gaza, retrieving 2 hostages. We'll talk about all this and much, much more, but first, let's say thank you.
TGR News, broadcasting from the State of Israel.
Thank you so much for everything you guys do. It is such a blessing coming home from the war to be able to be a part of this wonderful thing you guys are making it possible for us to do. It's just so beautiful. You know, just like Ola says all the time, the statistics are 1 in 3 children go to bed hungry in Israel every night. And you are helping to change that statistic. And hopefully we can change it faster and even more in the future. So thank you so much. Like we always say, if you haven't yet, you want to be a part of this ministry, all you have to do is go to the links below all the videos, to the Patreon page or to the Support Us page on the website, or you can just go to thegoldenreport.com and go to the Support Us page there and find whichever way is best for you. It is such a blessing to be a part of, and thank you guys so much. It's just so amazing. So it can't say enough. At a time like this, when the nation of Israel is hurting so bad, you're helping them and being a witness to them is such a beautiful thing. Well, I'm back from the Army.
I'm happy you're here.
I did 120 days of battle since the 7th of October, and in the areas of Gaza at the beginning until we started going inside Gaza, and then in Gaza, fighting all this time. It was an ordeal, lots of miracles. I was a part of lots of miracles, lots of witnessing during a time of battle, of gunfire, everything else. Beautiful stories to talk about. I'm sure I'll be letting them come through as time comes on. Yeah. Well, let's get started.
Yep, let's do it.
We started this week off with yet another large amount of rockets fired into Israel from the north. This was on Saturday night, after during the same day, Israel, by airstrike, assassinated another top leader in Hezbollah. We are in some sort of dance with Hezbollah where it looks like we're going to kick off a war and then it's all settles down. Just we need to go ahead and kick it off and get it over and done with. This tick for tack thing is really bad news. We don't want to make the same mistake we made with Hamas, where we made it okay for Hamas to shoot a few rockets, we shoot a few back, and that's it.
Yeah.
We need to go ahead and fix this problem.
Because the war with Hezbollah is coming anyway.
Yeah.
Just let's finish
with that.
Let's do it. Yeah. In a few months, they're going to be stronger. In a few years, they're going to be even stronger.
Absolutely.
We have to just do it. At the beginning of the week, the IDF had uncovered tunnels in Gaza under the UNRWA headquarters in Gaza, where we found communication equipment and high-tech spy equipment in their buildings and cables running down into Hamas tunnels, showing without a doubt that UNRWA and Hamas are one and the same, exactly the same. Even the servers that were in the Hamas tunnels were connected servers in the UNRWA headquarters above. I have to say that they cutted the cables, the Hamas cutted the cables before they left.
Yes.
But they didn't cut it all, of course. We can see they was on the run.
Yeah. Yeah, but even though they cut the cables, the only thing cutting the cables does was to stop the communication between the servers and the top in the UNRWA building and underground. It's not like it hid the fact that the cables were there. Yeah. To me, when I saw that, I thought it was very strange. Why take the time? Who cares? It's not like,
Yeah, the leader of UNRWA said that they did know, in response, that UNRWA didn't know that Hamas headquarters was underneath and they were connected. Of course, they had to say
something, right?
So, and the last inspection they did was in September, because they don't do inspections every day. But even if they did inspection in September, You cannot build all these cables and connect them and do all this
high-tech servers for spying and everything.
It's amazing. Huh?
Yeah, it's but they had to come up with some kind of lie.
Yeah.
Also on Saturday, the IDF stated that Sinwar has been disconnected to Hamas for a few days. This means that any deal made with Hamas leaders outside of Gaza will mean nothing if no one can get a hold of Sinwar and have him part of the negotiations and work the deal from inside Gaza, where they're holding the hostages and commanding the Hamas soldiers, right?
Yeah, because even if we have some deal, who will guarantee that Hamas leader inside Gaza, which is Sinwar, will actually follow through it?
Yeah, it's crazy. It just goes to show you how, Hamas is so I think they're getting close to the end of what they're capable of doing now. But that's why it's starting to get more and more hectic with them. They're losing contact with leaders and all this kind of stuff. Well, Egypt is threatening Israel that if we come in and take over Rafah, right there on the Egyptian border of Gaza, then this will be a slap in the face to Egypt and a clear break in our country's peace treaties. This is nothing more than a scare tactic, because they know that if we are able to check how their border above and below ground is ran, then we will see, along with the rest of the world, how Egypt has been working against Israel with Hamas since the beginning. That's all it is, because they're scared that the world... You made a comment, and it's very true. Even if we did show the truth and they got so embarrassed, it would only last for 2 seconds. No one would care anyway. But it doesn't stop them from not wanting the embarrassment in the first place.
Yeah. Also, I think they're scared from two main things. One thing we know, they're scared that even one Palestinian will cross the border into Egypt.
Sure.
They built a 7 meters high wall lately, just a few days ago, and they continue building things. They bring some tanks on the border too. They're really scared. And the second thing, as you said, they don't want to be embarrassed. But even though we know now, because of the amount of the weapons we see in Gaza, the whole world can clearly see where these weapons come from. We know. We don't have to see actual tunnels to know where it came from. Right? On Monday morning, 2 hostages were rescued by IDF special forces with the Israeli SWAT teams. This was a successful mission with no Israeli injuries. And the 2 hostages were brought home. This happened in Rafah early in the morning, before the overpopulated city was awake. Actually, the Yamam,
which is the Israeli SWAT,
was the first one that took over the building that the hostages were guarded there. And in the middle of the night, it was actually 1:45, if I'm not mistaken, at the night. They blew up the door and they went in, they guarded the hostages, and the rest took over the terrorists. And as I heard, they slide them down from the second floor, the hostages. They slide the hostages down from the second floor.
With ropes and stuff,
Yes.
Yeah. What I liked the best was the Israeli SWAT team. To me, that as soon as I saw it, that's I told you, that's just amazing. That says a lot, because this is in Gaza, right? And by law, the SWAT team, it's a police SWAT team, right? They can only work in Israel. So that's saying Gaza is Israel, which I agree, by the way. It always has been.
Yeah.
But I think that's wonderful. That's a little piece of information I think a lot of people are looking over. The following day on the news, the public was talking about Sinwar and the update on his location in the tunnels under Khan Yunis with his wife and some kids. I say some kids because I don't even know how many kids he really has. And even if the kids are his kids.
Yeah, how many wives too?
Yeah, and how many wives, Well, this update is probably very real. I'm sure that it is also surrounding himself with whatever hostages he has left. Also, I am sure that even he knows that his days are numbered, and it's only a matter of time till his ticket is punched. So, whoever he's keeping with him, he's using it as body shields, and the video that they saw him walking through the tunnels, it's not it's a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like
old video.
Yeah, it's an old video they just now got their hands on. but it shows from the beginning that he was hiding in the tunnels under Gaza, which is good in one way because a lot of people, I think, were starting to doubt whether or not he was still in Gaza because, just like for 9/11, it was important for the U.S. Civilians and for the government to take out bin Laden, even though it took 10 years. It was still very important to do. Same thing with Sinwar. It's basically the same. You can almost relate this act as like 9/11 for America, right?
Yeah. And many times Benjamin Netanyahu do.
Yeah, because it's very true.
Yeah.
I guess we should occupy Gaza for 20 years. 20 years. 10 years to get Sinwar. But 20 years to occupy, then we'd be like America, right?
Yeah. All week long, we have had internal terrorist attacks all over the country in various different tactics. And Lebanon has been continuing fire rockets at Israel. On Wednesday morning, Lebanon fired 10 rockets towards the Tzfat area, injuring 8 and killing 1 IDF soldier. She was a young soldier in the camera-watching units. Israel answered back by taking out a few military targets deep in Lebanon. Actually, deeper than we usually do.
Yeah, very deep.
This is too little too late. We are making the same mistakes that we made with Hamas, tick for tack.
Yeah, just like we talked about. It's so true. We are doing it all over again. You can watch it happen, right? We have to. I know why we're not, because of America. America has our hands tied. As much as we'd like to act like we make our own decisions and everything, it's not the way the world works. America supplies us with everything, so our government is always going to respect America's wishes as much as possible, playing the game, right?
Yeah.
And America made it very clear that they don't want us to get in a war with Hezbollah, and in fact, so much so that they declared that they would do it if Hezbollah kicks in. They would be on the war against Hezbollah, not us.
Yeah.
Right? Which is strange. I don't know, but anyway. But so that's what's getting us into this mess again with this allowing our enemies to fire rockets at us, and we do nothing but just take out the rocket launchers and a couple other little small targets, right?
Yeah.
Well, also too many of our soldiers fell this week. Instead of going through all the names at the end of each week here on TGR News, Ola keeps you informed with real-time updates and all the fallen soldiers, as well as the news as it happens here in the state of Israel on our Telegram TGR account. If you haven't yet, then go ahead and sign up for it. And if you need, there's links below all of these videos as well to be able to link to the Telegram account. It's a wonderful thing that Ola does. It really is. You get the news as it happens.
Yeah, real
but
time.
if you do sign up, be ready for a lot of messages all day long.
Well, because now it's wartime.
Yeah, because now it's wartime. when as soon as the war is over, if the war ever gets over, then it'll settle down and you'll get much less
views of the beautiful.
Much less news. No, I'm sure you're still giving the news. You won't change it, right?
Yes, I will.
But so you just get much less. But so if you haven't signed up, you should sign up for that. But at the beginning of this video, we talked about Biden attacks, right? Well, let's talk about that. Biden went behind Israel's back with our neighboring Arab countries and started a deal that would pressure Israel into a two-state solution as soon as this war is over. I mean, let me try to explain it to you in a way that maybe it's easier to understand how crazy this really is. We just talked about how Hamas and what the Palestinians did to Israel on the 7th of October is like 9/11 in New York with the Twin Towers. Imagine the world or Israel or anyone trying to pressure America or New York to giving up land so that Al-Qaeda, after they killed so many Americans on your land, could have their own state. And we're telling you guys got to learn how to get along now. Be friends. Give Al-Qaeda their own country inside New York because that's what they want. Just go ahead and do it. Imagine that, the world telling New York to give Al-Qaeda land to open up a state, their own country inside the country of America.
Yeah.
Inside New York. Yeah. Think it, because that's exactly what you're asking us to do. That's exactly what
Yeah.
America's asking us to do.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We're so thankful to our best ally. America is our best friend, our best ally. But this thing, it's like sometimes I just want to say, well, keep your business,
Right.
Biden, just go and look up. There's so many problems inside USA. Just take,
Pick
take-
one and pick one of your
Yeah,
problems and
start
work on that one.
solving- Yes, and as I heard also, it's not confirmed officially, but as I heard, Biden also working with very left wing inside Israel. They all together working for the day after Bibi, after
Yeah.
Benjamin Netanyahu, because even Biden said, as I heard, Bibi won't stay forever. Well, I say Biden won't stay forever too.
Yeah, that's where it works in
the power,
democracies.
right?
Yeah, it's where it works in democracies. Yeah,
Yeah.
Biden won't
Yeah.
stay forever, and Bibi won't stay forever. If we're on that topic, I think Bibi, this might be his last time. I think after this, he might be on his way out.
Yeah, but who will be in the power? It looks like all Israel went a little bit to the right, more right side. For example, in our coalition right now, there's a whole agreement that, like never before, no two-state solution.
Yeah, the way it should be.
Yeah, it was never before. This kind of consensus, never seen before, even inside coalition.
Yeah.
So it's really...
So it's good.
7th of October did, proved many people that thought maybe we can negotiate with PA.
They proved it wrong that
Palestinians,
you can't have two-state
with
solution.
the uninvolved, Yeah, no, we cannot.
That's true. Yeah. Well, it's good to be back. A lot of days I was off at war, but now it's back to work, and I'm excited to do a lot of work. I think it's time for us to grow. I see our YouTube channel has grown tremendously. When I went to war, I think we had 2,000 subscribers. Now we're up to 12,000 subscribers almost.
So thanks to you guys.
Yeah,
thank
you so much.
Share this video.
Yeah, it's so I figure, hey, got a lot of work to do, so let's get to work.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching, and until next time,
Shabbat shalom.
God bless. Bye-bye.